I would say a lot of grown women in their late 30s, 40s, 50s that are successful, they find it hard to find a good man. They always say, oh, Cass, why is it always hard? It's hard because most men feel useless when they're around you. You have your money. And typically when a man makes money, he wants to create a family. When a woman makes money, she feels independent. I want to be independent.
And we have something very interesting. On today's Confessions, this one feels like a movie script, a story of family, betrayal, and secrets that cut deep. Let's take a listen to this, and then you guys can share your opinions right after it.
Getting on the phone with my dad, and he was fuming. I'm running mad because my dad has refused to speak to me about the things he's been doing with my wife-to-be. I thought it was cool. I thought it was cool if my parents recommend a woman for me to marry, then I can go along. I mean, my dad painted all the picture that the girl is a great girl, good girl, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful girl, good job, good family. He said all of that. Did he say all of that so he could be close to my wife and he could continue sleeping with her? He recommended her for me as a wife, as a good woman. But he's been in bed with her for 2 years. I've been in a relationship with her for 8 months. And we decided to fix our wedding day. We decided to get married. Everyone loved it, my dad especially. But my brother caught him. And he didn't tell me. And he's asking my dad to tell me himself.
Oh my God, what did I just listen to?
Wow.
Okay, this one.
Stranger than fiction.
I didn't expect it.
At all. That went left so fast.
Okay, so, okay, I'm trying to gather my thoughts here, but Cass.
Baba, start.
Okay, let's pass the ball to AOT.
So what's the guy's dilemma now?
Wait, so his brother discovered that their dad has been intimately been involved with
the woman he
intends to marry. And it was the dad that, kind of introduced them.
Arranged marriage.
And I don't know.
But he's sleeping with her, and then he introduced her to his son.
So what does he want to do now? I'm curious.
So the idea of Confessions is for us to help guide and direct him.
So here's part of the challenge now. Because the dad is actively and currently being involved with her.
Sexually.
Yes. So that's the messed up thing.
Yeah.
But another question, just to digress a bit. What if it's somebody that the dad once knew but no longer has been involved with her?
Will they make it different?
Would it be any different?
That's a tough one, no.
There's no difference, so.
Okay, AOT, why? Like, so what Gang is saying is that things
Happened
before.
Yeah.
But now, there's a clean slate.
There's no clean slate. As they say on the streets, once they bear, always they bear. I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah,
that's too close to home. That is even home.
It is close to home.
That's home. Nah, I'm not comfortable with that setting.
Oh my.
At all.
So if it was even a friend, say, oh, my friend used to date her like 5 years ago, and then your friend met her, then it's a bit understandable. But bloodline,
nah.
It's too close, man.
No.
Do you think the story might be a bit different if it's like the other gender? Like, I'm just saying.
I think it still be the same.
It's the same, bro.
Because it would probably be even worse because, it depends how the man works it. The mother, that means the man is sleeping with the daughter and the mom.
The mom.
Yeah.
Funny enough, there's some funny stories like that.
Yeah, stories like that. Yeah, bro.
So this is a very funny family.
Yeah.
You get me? In terms of the dad is actively, I'm sure, the dad is actively doing this. The brother is catching the dad.
Okay.
The brother doesn't want to tell him. The brother is telling the dad to tell him. He eventually now finds out. And then even the girl herself is like, I'm with your dad and I'm with you too. What exactly does she want?
Nah, mate.
Man, that's a strange one. That's a strange one.
That's really messed up.
I don't even know what to say because as it is,
that's
the family
I'm thinking like,
it's gone.
Is the marriage going to hold? No.
Marriage.
Because here's the funny, because I'm wondering why it's even a conversation.
Yeah.
Once you find out that this is what's going on, it ends.
It down.
It's over.
You
live
like an
with your dad
abomination,
and you move on.
So we all vote that it's over.
Yes,
First of all, you're cheating.
Votes
First of all,
that
you're
it's
cheating.
And
Then
yeah,
because there's something going on. Yeah.
That's 2 strikes. I'm sorry.
Two strikes.
That's
so
more than 2
AOT,
strikes. Here's the funny thing.
Yeah.
You are now my stepmother and my wife at the same time.
That's weird. That's weird, bro.
No. You can't say stepmother, step-o.
Step side chick.
Do you understand?
Step side chick.
You're not, it's crazy. I mean, what do you see in my dad that you? I don't. Oh, no.
Mula.
Maybe the dad is very good.
Well, I think I have this opinion. I might be wrong. So guys, please, you can throw whatever you want to throw at me, but that's just what I feel. That if you find a very young woman with an elderly man, there are just two things majorly I feel she's looking for.
Yeah.
She's looking for financial comfort,
Of course.
meaning that.
But there's some men, there's some women that like that have that daddy
issues.
Yeah. So they like older men.
Yeah, but when we say older men, you know, there's a range. When a man is 20 years older than a woman, some people will still think, okay, 40-year-old can date a 20-year-old, a 50-year-old can date a 30-year-old. But when the years are like, you know, then you're questioning like, what exactly are you looking at? So
But wait, quick question to a gentleman.
Yes.
Let's say you guys are all 40 years old. Can you marry a 20-year-old? For you three.
I would say capital N-O.
Why?
No, the range is too. I can be her
20
father.
years.
Yeah.
I
So
can
you
be
say
let me tell you the problem I have with that. I always tell people that, for example, my peers and the relationship I have with my people and her peers were from two different generations. What are we talking about?
But most will argue that women age faster mentally.
normally.
It doesn't matter. Here's the funny thing. My question to dad is because I had a friend one time that was going to marry one of her dad's friends. So the problem now is that how would you be treated in the home? Will you be treated as... There's a way that you don't end up being treated like a wife per se. You get up being treated more like a child.
Well, I feel if in any situation the woman isn't coming on board as a child, you know, she's definitely not going to be treated as a child. Because I feel if she is not a liability in any way or form, then every man will respect her. I think what men generally avoid now is you don't want liabilities. You don't want people that they have extra baggage. So
But
age doesn't matter to someone like myself.
Yeah, but can you at 40 years old marry a 21-year-old that's mentally mature, ready to be a wife?
Yeah, sure, definitely.
You, sir?
definitely.
99% impossible.
Why?
You can't.
No,
Why are you setting yourself up for failure?
No. I gave a clause to it.
No, if she's mature mentally.
Forget the mental maturity.
Okay.
Let me tell you, that's the reason why. That's part of the reason. That's one of the statistics actually that make a lot of women become widows. Do you understand? Because at your age now, you're already at risk. Let me put it to you like this: a 40-year-old is closer to the grave than a 20-year-old.
Oh my God.
All things being equal, yeah?
All things being equal.
Yeah,
You get me?
yeah.
And then, so the funny thing is that the tendency that you will die before if you don't know this now.
Yeah.
Most men die before their wives.
Yeah.
Yes.
You get me?
Yeah.
So the tendency that you're not going to put this person that's half your age into this kind of situation, because in the next 20 years, when you're 60, she's what, 40? Do you understand? If you have good health and whatnot, it's just too risky.
Yeah.
Then you not start having kids and then daddy is he grandpa or is he not grandpa?
And you know the funny thing, they say women get in the sexual prime at 40 plus.
Do you understand?
And you already
They walk in.
And you're already giving up.
So
You're
you're-
hanging your boots.
So you start going to, please, do you have one Agbodie to bring?
Okay. You know
Because
what?
like I said, sometimes it's just the circle of friends and the generational gap. The things she's talking about, the places she wants to go. You
But
likewise
there's
as
some
well.
20-year-old girls, 25-year-old,
They are
20-year-old.
very mature
That would
in
want to
every-
marry
Listen,
45.
Listen,
They're very mature.
They're mature, but here's the funny thing. You have family and friends that are of a certain age.
Yeah.
And likewise, you are of a certain age. What did you not see in that range? It's actually a controlling mechanism for a lot of men. That's why they want a
Yes.
lot of younger women.
Yeah.
In this
I don't
kind of
think so.
situation.
No, I don't
Yes.
think so. It's not always
A
controlling.
lot
I
of
don't
men
think so.
want to be in control. They know that they cannot do that with their
So
peers.
a woman
and their
being younger
mates.
doesn't mean you can control her.
No.
It doesn't
Funny
work.
enough, it
Not
might
in
be
this
the
time and
opposite.
age. Yeah.
Funny enough, it might be
Doesn't
the
work like
opposite
that.
shit.
Yes, but why is it most men are not looking for women that are older?
There are many
Yes.
reasons. There are many reasons.
Okay.
There are many
Because-
reasons that men don't look for women that are older,
Yeah.
that are more financially stable.
Yeah.
It's a mental.
You know
no.
what, gang, all that thought. We take a quick break
Okay.
here. When we return, we continue with this, and then, of course, we go into our comments.
Yeah.
It's still the Ultimate Men's Guide, the Black Table. And just before we went on that short break, we were talking about, age difference and can a matured 20-year-old satisfy a matured man of 40?
Yes, sir.
And Cass was saying that a lot of matured women who are in close to their 35s and 40s.
Yeah, I would say a lot of grown women in their late 30s, 40s, 50s that are successful. They find it hard to find a good man. You know, they find it hard to find a good man. They always say, "Oh, Cass, you know, why is it always hard?" It's hard because most men feel useless when they're around you. You have your money. And typically, when a man makes money, he wants to create a family. When a woman makes money, she feels independent. I want to be independent. That means independent means being on your own. There's a lot of things we struggle with.
AOT, do you think men get scared of very successful women?
Yeah, they do. Because
is he scared? Not scared.
Not scared.
Me, I like women we don't deal care.
Not like you, Baba. Some men will be like, oh, I can't tell her something because she already has her own thing going for herself.
So she's not dependent.
She's not dependent on me. So you'll think, oh, she might have that arrogance to talk back and do all this kind of certain stuff.
Because she's got money.
I know that's our traditional settings, our default setting.
Yeah.
So when you want to enter a relationship, you're thinking about that. It even plays out when men lose their jobs. And the woman is the provider. And maybe the woman just says something one day. The man now says, oh, is it because you are the one providing?
Yeah.
The dynamics are still already.
That is why I said it's about control. Do you understand? There's
Not
something.
control.
Maybe control is a little bit too harsh. But it's
The
about
power dynamic.
Yes, the power dynamic is there. Do you understand? It's about authority of when you can say this and be respected with what you said. But because the person is financially sound, like, here's the funny thing. Like you said, women in their late 30s and 40s are looking for a good man. What have they been doing before that age to actually find a good man?
Career. They've been busy with their career.
Yeah.
But that's the problem. There are always good men available. You are now rejecting them and neglecting them till you start getting to a certain age, and then you're now looking and like,
so
where
are you saying in simple terms that a lot of women price themselves out of good relationships?
Yeah, they do. And it's unfortunate, and it's a very sensitive topic because literally women have a biological clock.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Which is rather unfortunate. That is if you're interested in bearing children, your own natural children. Do you understand? You can always adopt, you can do what you want. You can even decide not to have kids. That is your choice, is your preference. But if you want to, it becomes a little bit more complicated.
And expensive.
You understand, when you're much older.
Sure.
Do you understand?
And more dangerous.